Elon Musk just told a federal judge that being forced to not discriminate against black people violates his First Amendment rights. I'm not exaggerating, that's the actual lawsuit. Your entire attention is on a Chris Brown and Usher stadium tour right now. Meanwhile, Elon Musk is in federal court deciding whether his AI can reject you for your home, your job, and your doctor. This is why we're always missing at the table. The media pushes the concert, and while you're trying to figure out tickets you cannot afford, somebody is in federal court making decisions about your life, with or without you in the room. Same week, the NAACP sued him for running an AI data center in a black Memphis neighborhood. No permits, hazardous chemicals, people cannot breathe. So let's be clear, he does not want you to breathe clean air at home, and he is in court right now making sure his AI can reject you for your job, your apartment, and your doctor. The law he is fighting, Colorado's. It says AI has to be fair when it decides your housing, your employment, your healthcare. That is the whole law. He sued to block it. Stadium tour in the summer, federal court in the fall. One has your attention, the other has your future.
All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of the great millstone who taught us this truth. I'm the servant Milchamah-ba, coming back at you with another video. Alright, so, and when I heard this video, I automatically thought about why, you know, these so-called black men and women have an issue, okay, with us saying that we're gonna have nations in captivity, you know, and you see stuff like this, and I guess a lot of people ain't paying attention to it, or either they are paying attention to it, but they have the mindset of treat your neighbor as you do as yourself. But the neighbor that the scriptures was talking about is a fellow Israelite, not other nations of people. You know, and this guy Elon Musk thinking that, you know, well, I was trying to think of two different things at one time. But anyway, what I mean to say is, I remember Elon Musk was being interviewed by somebody, and he was saying, I think he said something about he had an AI generated data center in Memphis, and he said, he said why in Memphis? He's like, well, Memphis is the capital of Egypt. Why not Memphis? You know, showing you that he knows that you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, but mainly you so-called Negroes are the Israelites, which, okay, and the reason why I say mainly because, you know, Memphis is probably 90% black people, so-called black people, okay, and doing that, he knows that you're the Israelites. He knows you so-called Negroes are the Southern Kingdom, okay? You are the real J.E., you know, you're the real Judah, should I say, you know, and short than Judah, so Jews, alright? And he's in Colorado, okay, fighting like the lady said, fighting a case saying that it violates his constitution to say that he can't discriminate against us. Alright? Showing you, man, that this place is over with. It's done. Okay? And people still, like the lady said, you worry about a Chris Brown, Usher and Chris Brown show. The tickets that you can't afford, but not paying attention to what's really going on. What's really going to affect you. Okay? And with that being said, I thought about this one scripture. Alright? In the book of Daniel. Because it's going to get bad. Daniel 12:1. Okay? It's definitely gonna get bad. It's gonna be Jacob's trouble, no doubt. Because if he thinks that he could violate your rights, and 9 times out of 10, these different court systems, they're gonna be with it. They're gonna tell him okay. Okay, this is Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. You see at the top heading it says the time of the end. Okay, so this is going to be happening at the end, which is now. Okay, Daniel 12 and 1, it says, and at that time shall Michael stand up. Michael is the arch angel that's going to save the elect. Okay, that's going to have to protect the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Okay, there's an elect of you that the archangel Michael has to protect. It says the great prince was standing for the children of thy people, which are the Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans again. It says, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, the elect shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. Okay, and the point is a time of trouble. Salaki, wait a minute. It says, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, man. It's gonna be a time of trouble, which that time is now, man. Okay, that's what it is, man. This is that time of trouble. If you got a man that want to go to court, all right, because he's violating somebody else's rights, but he thinking that he can do that. Like the lady was saying in the video, he want his AI data center to be able to reject you from whatever your needs. Okay, food, water, health care, whatever. So imagine that. So let's go to Jeremiah, man. But let's get verse 2. It says, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. Okay? Yeah, you're gonna have some to wake up, and like he said, both gonna wake up. Okay? Some to everlasting life, and some to everlasting contempt. Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. Okay? Because we definitely in Jacob's trouble. We're at the beginning of it. Well, we're at the period of when it's about to get to its climax. Okay? Where it's all hell gonna break loose. Okay? It says, at last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So that links up with Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. So it's time for you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans to wake up, but I don't believe that time is going to happen as of now, but it will happen, should I say. I kind of got a little tongue tied right there, but what I mean is it ain't going to happen right now. It's going to happen when it actually happens. And what I mean by that is going to happen when all hell breaks loose, when this shit is done hit the fan. These different laws that he claimed he wants, the go ahead on actually happens. Okay. Now here's a video I seen. You had these how the Apostle Ramlock put it, the mini fitteds. They I think they was in Brooklyn or either Manhattan. I think it might have been Brooklyn that you had the mini fitteds. It came with some paperwork trying to take people's houses, man. So-called Negroes' houses. And from what they were saying, that a lot of them been getting away with it and getting people out of the so-called Negroes out of their house because of some paperwork. Okay. And another one was going into, another video was going into how these what was it? Yeah, the government funding things that if you have getting some kind of stability of funding from the government, it was gonna stop by the end of the year. Okay. What is called it? Section 8 and all these things, which I had heard of that already, you know, at the beginning of last year, I believe it was, or the middle of last year. So you're gonna have a lot of people that's gonna be homeless. Okay, so hey man, this is Jacob's trouble for real, man. When these stuffs like this is starting to come out, it just really don't make sense for this guy to think that he can actually violate your rights like that, you know. And that's why it says it's gonna be a time of trouble like that has never been since there was a nation. Okay, it's gonna go down, which, you know, hey, it is what it is. You know, we have to get to that point. But and then you see why this devil wants to do what he's gonna do, and which is cool with me, because he gonna do what he want to do. Because guess what? Our time is gonna come, and guess what? We gonna do what we want to do. It's gonna be in all righteousness, though. You know, we're not gonna do the butt breaking and all that. You know, we're gonna do, you know, what righteous. You know, the Lord said we're gonna rule with a iron, a two-edged sword. Okay, we're gonna break them in half, basically. If they ain't want to get in order, we're gonna make them get in the order. All right. So yeah, man, I just wanted to push this information out. Okay. And yeah, it's gonna be a lot of people, man, that's, you know, gonna be you know, what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of people gonna have to go through this here. It's gonna affect a lot of people. Okay. And when they said the robots are gonna take over, this is what they mean, the AI robots. Okay. You best believe they program to hate you, just like the creator that created this AI hates you. You know, but without, you know, without being, you know, them. You know, it's gonna be automatic. You know. So I guess that's what they mean by making America great again on the digital level. All right. So I'm gonna end it there and give all praise and honor to Yahweh Milchamah-ba. Till the next time, Shalom.